He heard a disturbing inflection in her voice when she mentioned San Francisco. "What is in this book?" she asked. "Reports. It's much like a ship's log. All lighthouse keepers must record a summary of activity each day." Her face lit up. "You mean this is a record of your days? Every single day?" "Ever since I came here." He pointed out the volumes stacked under the desk. "These are from the keepers before me." "Every single day," she said slowly. "Sure, and it's a rare thing to have such a record." She plunked the logbook onto the table in front of him. "Read me the entry about the day you saved me." Jesse was annoyed to feel his ears redden. He flipped back a page and put his finger on Sunday's date. She bounced up and down excitedly. "Read me what it says, Jesse. I dare say no one has ever written a word about me before." He cleared his throat. "Sunday, 2nd of June, 1876. 6:02 of the morning. Recovered one survivor, a female, from the wreck of the oysterman Blind Chance." He closed the book. Mary stared at him. The wonder shining in her eyes had a curious effect on him. He wasn't used to adulation from anyone, particularly from someone like her. She gazed at him as if he had just presented her with the moon on a platter. How she must admire him for writing about her in the log. "You call that a story?" she said at last. He blinked. "No, I call it a log entry." He realized then that her wide-eyed wonder wasn't wonder at all, but profound displeasure and disbelief. "What did you expect?" he asked, slightly annoyed. "Robinson Crusoe?" "Who?" "Never mind." She stood and pressed her palms to the surface of the table, leaning toward him and looking a bit like a fierce pixie. "One survivor, a female. Is that all you can say?" "It is precisely what happened. I had no idea that an event that had altered the course of my life could be reduced to such a terse, stingy recollection." He glared back at her. "This is not some penny melodrama. It's an official log." "Who said official has to mean idiotically boring?" That put him at a loss. She dragged out a volume at random from beneath the desk. Her face lit up as she spied masses of spidery text scrawled with copious flourishes. "Is this in the same style as your entry?" Jesse scanned the page. The keeper before him had been far more indulgent with his pen. He had written a saga of tempest-tossed weather and dire supplications to God. "It goes into a little more detail." "Fine," she said, putting the musty old log away. "Then we must rewrite your entry." "We?" "I just told you I don't read or write, so I'll dictate and you write down what I say." A protest leaped to Jesse's lips. He hesitated, weighing his options. He could refuse, and she would stay here all night arguing with him, or he could agree and write some abomination in the logbook. The lighthouse inspector almost never came to Cape Disappointment, and even when he did, he rarely checked the log closely. With grim resignation, Jesse dipped his pen and turned to a fresh page. "Very well. What would you have me write?" She closed her eyes, concentrating deeply for a few moments. "Now then, are you ready?" The ink was drying on the tip of his fountain pen. "Ready." She folded her hands, pressing them dramatically to her chest. "Strong blew the wind that night, howling like the great banshee of Dunglow, snatching at the cold, shivering souls of unborn children. And deep in the darkest part of the night, when the blackest of storms swept in and not a mother's son on board the ship could know what lay ahead." Have you got all that, then? Jesse was writing furiously, trying to keep up with her ridiculous narrative. He nodded. It was then that the